Anyone who's ever left their house knows that dealing with people can be really, really strenuous work. But I think in a funeral situation, it's a lot worse because people are in the worst time of their lives. This pattern of women trapping me in bathrooms under these weird ass little rendezvous for really no good reason has got to stop. Stress that I was working had been going on for about a half hour, and I was in the bathroom, and a woman comes up to me, completely irate, corners me, and screams in my face, "What you're doing is so wrong. How could you charge the money? What you're doing to my family?" And she's like listing reasons, but I have no idea who this woman is, okay? Anger she was at led me to believe that she was the next of kin. I said, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry. Please let me help you fix this problem." Now, I am not a director. I'm not a mortician. I wasn't responsible for embalming that person. I'm not into sales, so I didn't sell them the funeral. So none of this was directly my fault, but I figured the exposure to learn from these problems would be good. It was really inappropriate. And at the end of the conversation, she says, "Nothing you can do." And she said, "Get your boss because this is between you and I." At that point, I was like, you know what? It's really not between you and I because I didn't do anything wrong. Just like any good employee should who cares about their job and cares about what they're doing, I had to get my boss. I was obligated at that point to get my boss. And when my boss came out, she looked at the woman and said, "I have no idea who that is." So the whole time I'm sitting here thinking that this is like a very close family member and we don't even know who this person is. We go to the next of kin, which were very nice people, and said, is anything that is happening here not meeting your standards? And the family said, no, everything is really well put together and nice. Your staff is very nice. It's been a pleasure working with my boss. They said the deceased looked appropriate, like they did when they were alive, and that's always a good thing. We kind of just shrugged it off and didn't really talk about it because it seemed to be that everything was okay. So I went back up to the front door and the woman comes back up to me and gets in my face, bum rushes me to the door and starts screaming, "You caused an epic rift between me and my family. How could you do that? I said that this has nothing to do with your boss and it was between you and I." And I realized that everybody in the service and everybody in the procession are standing there staring at me, waiting for a response. So I said, "Ma'am, you seem to be very upset, and I was just trying to fix the problem. I'm sorry that if I offended you in any way, because that was not my intention." She kind of just huffed and puffed and screamed and ran away. And it turns out that she was like a sister's nephew's friend's girlfriend. She was not even closely related to these people. She probably was drunk or on drugs. I don't really know why I'm even trying to justify that this woman was absolutely crazy. The family actually called in and thanked us for all of the work that we had put into the service and that they were very pleased with in the end. If I had $1 for every time somebody did something stupid at a funeral, I wouldn't even have to become a funeral director.